Good morning. This is our second class, Portraiture. We want to welcome you all this morning. We're going to have a lot of fun. We have a lot to do, so we're going to jump right to it. First off, we would like to present the general basic portion of the face. So I invite you to take the newsprint. Now the newsprint is kind of off-white paper on your table. The other one is a heavier white stock. So we're going to start off practice. What happened? Is it okay now? I thought there was something funny. I still don't know. There's still something wrong. Okay, how are we doing? Good? Okay. Okay, did we miss anything? If anyone has a question, they told me that the home audience cannot hear it, so I will repeat your question and then answer your question. All right. Holding your pencil.
Fran, I'm going to fix your mic a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Your shirt is.
Thank you. Okay, everyone hear me now? We okay? Okay. I just lost my train of thought. Okay, thank you, Teresa. There we go. Okay, remember what I told you? I'm left-handed. I'm going my way. You're right-handed. You go your way. All right. And touch down. We're going to make an oval in the center of our paper, as large as you can. Thank you very much. And here we go. Sometimes I will do this business. I'll double over and then I'll take a swing and up. So it's much like doing a ballet where you go shoop, shoop, and swing. Okay, let me make this a little bit darker for you. There, okay. Again, if I go too fast, please raise your hand and let me know. Now I'm going to draw a line straight through the center. So judge it, and you broke your pencil. Okay, go ahead. I knew that was going to happen. By the way, nobody's pencil sharpeners are working. I couldn't sharpen your pencils from last time. I had to go home and use the X-Acto blade to shave them. So just what happened to me, it broke. So if it happens to you, I'll give you the razor blade and you can give it to one of the men. Don't cut yourself. Okay, now we take another line and it's going to, and this is a basic, going to go straight through the center. And this is approximately where you'll find the eyes. I know you can see these lines, Janet. Okay, then half of that, again, another line. And don't tell me, ooh, I'll ruin my drawing. So what? You're practicing. We're not doing Rembrandt this morning. And then half at the bottom. And there you've got it. So basically, you have divided the face into areas that you can handle. We know that the eyes are at this level, so we're going to sort of make half moon this way, half moon this way. On the other side, leave that space, judge your spaces. Eyebrows, easy and fun. Love eyebrows. Truly express. And of course, let's go down to 1, 2, 3. We have the frontal of the nose, like a V-shaped, a very gentle V, with, again, your half circles on either side. Very simple. On the lower half, I sort of gauge that the lower part of the lip is midway, so I go a little bit above for the top lip. And of course, it's like an M, spread out, lower lip, and of course, you've got your chin over here. You can do an age progression by simply drawing a line. The eyelids, of course, here. The ears, you will find, appear just about above the eye to the bottom of the nose. This is a pretty good guess that your ears are about here on either side. If you want to, at this point, draw the eye, I want to tell you that that little white spark in the eye determines whether the eyes are looking up or down, and generally determines the feeling of the person. You would be surprised what that little white fleck can do. If you want to add some hair, of course, you go above, bring it down. I always give my people a very generous forehead. This is a girl. Now, the neck, if you will take your pencil and draw a line from the outermost part of the eyeball straight down, you will find that it's a pretty safe bet that that's where you're going to find your neck. Straight down. Wonderful, Sean. Sean and Ted are running the camera today. Thank you very much. I requested that he do something, and he did it. Great. I can see what you are doing. All right, I'm going to move on quickly. Let us take another newsprint. Are we pretty well satisfied with our basics? Raise your hand, please. Okay. All right, let's move on because our next venture is going to be a little more intricate. We're going to deal a little bit more with shading and male and female. So, again, your newsprint. Now you can either hold your paper like this or you can turn it sideways. I have given each one of you a template, a face template. That's that little oval. And you can simply trace around it if you like, or you can do your own oval. All right, we're going to start with the female, and let's do the oval for her face. I need to be careful not to break this pencil. Let's divide her face down the center. Middle. This time I notice that her eyes are going to be just a little bit above. Hairline. Nose. Okay, let's start by doing her eyes. I always like to start at the eyes. Give her that half moon, both sides. This time, if you want to put the eyeball in right away, that's fine. Eyebrows. Now, when you draw the eyebrows, you might like to do this jagged line because it looks more natural. The nose, frontal view. Now, everybody has this little bulb, so to speak, at the end of the nose, so you might want to take advantage of that. And this, again, the M for the lips, top lips. And usually your top lip is shaded a little, and the bottom. Ears, again, they should correspond where the eyes are on either side. Hairstyle is optional. I'm going to give this little girl some bangs. And a little bit above the skull and down. Again, follow the eye, get the neck. Follow the eye down, the other side. I'm going to give a little shadow here to emphasize her eyelids. Maybe just a little shadow here, a little here, and just a little here on either side of the chin. You may also want to do a little shadow to give her high cheekbones. She looks a little intense. She just got her PG&E bill. Okay. I'm going to skip over to the guy. And you'll notice men have that strong jawline, and their necks are a little thicker, so you have to adjust for that difference. Okay, let's do our oval. Incidentally, you can keep these oval templates for your home use. I do hope that some of you, when you go home, do practice and have a good time. Dare I ask, did anybody do extra work at home? Did you? Yeah, silence. What?
I played with tin foil.
You played with tin foil. Good.
My grandson was impressed.
Did you? How many people taught their grandchildren some of the foil, that sculpture that we did last week? Anybody? Okay. Okay, let's make our middle line. Let's make our forehead line. And let's do that line that goes beneath the nose. And of course, through the center. There we go. So we're all sectioned off and ready for him. Eyes and eyeballs, eyebrows. Guys have bushy eyebrows. Nose, a V, crescent for nostril, maybe a little bit of shade. Ears, just about, I would say, to the top of the eye, going down to the nose, will give you a fairly good proportion on either side. And of course, the lips are thin, so I'm not going to do that M shape with him. I'm just going to leave it as is. And his lower lip. Now I'm going to follow down from the end of the eye straight down for his neck. And on the other side. Give him a hairstyle. Use up a little extra space over the head. Raise your hand if you're satisfied. Ooh.
Mine looks like a girl.
Okay.
It's the lips.
If you choose to make one or both, is up to you. But I am going to move on. I'm watching my time today because there are so many other fun things to do concerning portraiture. And I did prepare a lot of sheets for you. I'm going to go into age progression. We all know what happens. And this portrait of Dorian Gray. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do this. Ready? Go. Ah! Okay, yes, this is what I see in the morning. Didn't used to see it. None of us used to see this. Let's start with the woman. Let's do our oval. Let's divide her straight down the middle. In the center, where we're going to see her eyes. Halfway down, we're going to see the end of her nose and the temple area. I always like to be very generous at the temple so I can get a lot of hair going on. I'm going to do the neck by going straight down again. Oh, I'm sorry, getting ahead of myself. Okay, let's do the eyes. And the eyeballs, either side. Leave a generous amount of space between the eyes. Our eyebrows. And the nose, our gentle V with our nostrils. Our mouth. And the bottom lip. The ears. Now, as I said, this is in general what the placement is, in general. All of us are different, but what you're getting today are just the basics. Now I'm going to go into the age progression. I'll start with the eyes and do the eyelids. I'm going to do a lot of shading. When you do shading, of course, you are going to hold your pencil so that you put that pressure on the lead, but not too much pressure. And you can do this business, which is a gentle rolling, a gentle spiral like we learned last week, or you can use lines going down, or crisscrossing, which what we call cross-hatching. So there are many ways of doing shading. And next week we are into shading and the value scale, so you will learn a lot more about shading techniques. So I hope you can all be there with us. A little puffiness here, we're shading here. The usual loathsome bags under the eyes, where we worried through the night about various things. Okay, and the drawn cheeks. These are the vicissitudes of life, and they have given us many lines. And of course, we have our lines coming. These are cheeks, and we have the unwelcome jowls. Try to lift them up with your fingers, and they just bounce back down. And the lines in the mouth coming down. All right, now we're going down and doing the neck. Both sides. Little hair. So basically, she's not a happy camper. Let me see, okay. Scary. I'm going to go to the gentleman at this time, and I'm going to make his face a little more rectangular. So, oval. You might want to adjust because it is a man and his face does have a different shape to it. Straight down the center. And the middle for the eyes. Forehead quadrant, and under the nose. All right, we're going to start with the eyes again. Oh, I'm sorry, didn't do the ears. Same principle, same basic eyes, and it will always end at the tip of the nose. Okay, we're going to go into the eyes. Something happens to our eyes as we get older, beside the usual cataracts, astigmatisms. It seems like the lid closes down over the eye, and you're gonna. Anyway, a lot of changes. We need to accept them. We need to accept ourselves as we get older. You're going to find the usual bags. And our nose, our gentle V, our nostrils. Okay, lips. No, nobody is a happy camper. Okay. And our age progression, our lines coming from our mouth. Maybe drawn cheeks a little more shading. Straight down, get our neck. Straight down. Maybe get a little more generous with the neck for the man. A little more generous. And of course you will find there is a little more protrusion maybe. I forgot to do her. Of course, you know what happens under the chin. I do not have to tell you what happens. Not pleasant. So, he does not have much hair left. That's okay. Oh, I forgot the crow's feet, didn't I? Oh, you're not going to get away with this. There you go. There's your crow's feet. Both of you are going to get crow's feet. There you go. Not a pretty sight. But you know they make the most interesting drawings. I'm going to go into one more area before the break. So Satisfied? Raise your hand if you're satisfied. Can I go on? Okay. There we go. The other profiles are the looking downward, looking upward, three-quarter, three-quarter, and profile. And then I'll show you a few variations of eyes, nose, and mouth. All right, so for the three-quarter view, we make our oval. And again, you can choose to, oh, it's beautiful. If any of you would like to show, I saw some beautiful pictures, would like to show the last drawing that you did, want to hold it up? Volunteers, just hold it up like this. Where's our camera? What camera did they look at? I saw some beautiful. Oh, those are precious. Just precious. I'm going to get you because when I'm going to make you choose something from your whole selection that we can put on some kind of a mural just to show everything that you've been doing. So beautiful. Thank you. Mr. Fong is taking pictures. Thank you very much. Okay, so we have an oval here for our three-quarter. And I tipped it, so you want to tip your oval a little bit. Because her head is going to be down as if in prayer. And I am not going to go through the middle. I'm, of course, going to go past that to three-quarters. So let us consider this as three-quarters, and I'm going to take a swing like this. Y'all see that swing? Not dark enough? Let me do it again. Okay, I think you can see that. Now this part's going to be hard. You're still going to go to the center so that you can meet the eyes, but you're going to do this upward swing. If you're looking down, the lines are up. If you're looking up, the lines are down. Just the opposite. All right, let's do this upward swing. Forehead swing. Oh, that was bad. And under the nose and swing. Do I hate destroying this face? Yes. But I will do anything for you. Yes, show me.
So it's not a perfectly oval tip, it is you cut part of the cheek to make it.
Well, let me say this. Every face is unique. So it is tipped very, very slightly.
And it is the full shape of
Yes, just in general. Just in general. When you do portraiture, you're going to find many variations. Some which you'll say, no, that couldn't be. But yes, it is. All right, we're going to do the eye. Well, absolutely. I'm sorry. I'm going to backtrack. I'm going to do the nose first because the nose guides where and how I'm going to do the eyes. If I do the eyes first, I'm lost. So we're going to start at this point, and we're going to come down to this point. So for the middle line, I'm going to go down, and that's going to be my nose. So I don't think you could see that, what I'm doing. I'm going to try to make this darker so you can see better. You can see that better. All right, now I can judge where the eye is. I need to leave this space. On this side, part of my eye is going to be hidden by the bridge of the nose. But I still have my line to guide me. And of course, my mouth down here. You'll find that the proportions are going to get a little confusing down here because you have a lot of space up here where the forehead is, because of course you're looking at the person, forehead first, and then down toward the mouth and the chin, it gets a little bit less. The ear is way, 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 way back where the first part of the oval is. I always have trouble with the placement of the ear, but if you just remember, don't make it too close to the eyes, because it'll just look funny. The neck depends on what the person is doing. So if you want to do that down from the eye, you might get this part of your neck. But this one is going to, you have to remember that this is where your neck muscle is. So you're coming down. Okay, now the hair, let's just fill in the hair here. And don't forget, there's a brain back here. There's a brain back here, so depending on how you feel, you need to put some material, some hair back here, or you're going to find that you have a really weird looking head and no brain. So I'm just going to, and I could cheat a little too. I could put a bun on her head. Say, oh, look at the bun. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much more time on her. I'm going to get to this woman, and she is looking upward, so my lines are going to go, of course, downward. Now I'm running into break time, and I apologize. I'm pushing on, but I'm almost done. Let's see what. Haha. Okay. So let's do our oval. I need to move in front. Sorry. And I'm going to partially destroy her doing this, which, yes, that bothers me. Halfway where her eyes are, and again we're going to look, swing it up, under her nose, swinging upward, and this one seems to go where her chin is, where the bottom of the lip is, and her forehead. And again, 3/4 this way, so I'm going to draw the line. Okay, let's do her eyes. Oh, I'm sorry, start with the nose, where this crosses. And it's going to be tipped a little bit upward, and you are going to be able to see her nostril. And only one side of her nose. Okay, the eyes. Again, you might show a little bit more white of the eye when she is looking upward. Eyebrows. Her mouth may be downward a little. Cheekbones, the ear. Again, the end of the oval is the safest place to do this. And that brain, imaginary circle where you're going to put that, the rest of the head. Neck following down. I really am running late. I'm going to go on to the profile. Again, the oval. Halfway is going to give you the ear. Now, this is completely start at the bridge of the nose and do your nose and your nostril. Immediately therein go into the eye and the brow. Then you must determine the forehead. Give ample space under the nose, your mouth, your lip, the bottom lip, and that little turn in will help you with your proportion and the turnout. Everyone has a different chin. The characteristics are all different. And usually there is a jawline that goes this way. The ear, just a little bit behind that middle line. If you want more anatomical accuracy, you really need to go onto the internet, because I do that a lot. I always research. Now, men have a little bit of an Adam's apple there. And of course, this second brain, this brain in the back, will help you to draw your hair. I'm sorry, I did not do my swing lines. In general, and I'm concluding now before the break, in general, your eye is different according to the ethnicity of your model. Your pupil must always contain that little white fleck. Eyebrows are better if you draw the hair out. Aquiline noses are very interesting to draw. Never forget your nostrils. Upturned noses are fun too. And you can usually see the bulb at the tip. Lips, again, you're getting like a two hills, an M for the top, and of course, the bottom lip is usually not shaded as much. The ear, again, I encourage you to shop the internet for variations. And you don't have to draw everything perfectly anyway. Suggestion. Sometimes the best art in the world is nothing but mere suggestion. Okay, I have purchased some raisins for you, chocolate-covered, vanilla-covered raisins, and plain raisins. Be careful, some of the tops kind of loosened up. I hot glued the bottoms, but please be careful that your snack doesn't end up on the floor. Okay, 10-minute break, and then we're going to go into the most aggravating aspect of drawing that you have ever experienced, blind contour. And if we have time after that, we'll do the, we still have to do the personal self-portraits and partner portraits. So yeah. Okay, so break time, and thank you very much. this section of the class, before we get into the blind contour, we are going to do either a self-portrait using the hand mirror, or you may do a sketch of your hand at rest. Other than that, if you wish, you may take one of my personal drawings and you may use it. So I have 2 to 3 copies of each, and the ones I present to you are a combination of those taken from photographs and real life. Different classes that I take, art classes, pottery classes. This is my grandson Ryan, he's 15. I think this was taken from a photograph because I can't imagine any 15-year-old sitting for more than 3 minutes, okay? So. This is a young woman from the Yumian tribe of the Golden Triangle. She's dressed in her traditional costume, and this was their New Year's celebration, 1993, I'll say. I took a video, and then I took it from the video. Profile, a young girl from my art class. A lady from my pottery class. And the model, a very beautiful young woman who had, unfortunately, a very tragic story. But as students, we all sat during break time, listened to her story, and tried to give advice to her. A young man of the Yumian tribe also, wearing his traditional headdress. A girl from the modeling class in Davis. This is years ago. This was 2006. That was a live model. He was a live model also. He was doing the figure work, and then he also used himself as a model. So I think that was it. Yeah. All right, then. So this time I want you to take the white drawing paper. Okay, the newsprint was just for practice. So I want you to take a sheet of the white drawing paper at this point, put it in your clipboard, and this is a personal thing with you. Again, you may do the handheld mirror and sketch yourself, or you may choose to do your hand, or you may choose, I will put this on the, I think I'll put them back there so that you can choose whichever one you want. Oh, I noticed there's a blank table back there. I'll put them on the back table. Okay. Danny, would you help me with this? Yeah. Could you please just spread these out on the back table over there?
Oh, sure, if they want to come pick it up.
Right.
Okay.
And you can take these sketches home with you to practice on. Take as much as you want. I want to be very generous with you and share as many materials with you as possible. Okay, so let's get started. And at this point, I would like to walk around, and I'd like you to. How many people are going to do the self-portrait? Raise your hand. Okay. You have an option. You may either remove your mask or keep it on. There'll be no fights about it. Oh, look at those mirrors. Great. Okay, remember, go large. Okay, don't get all nitpicky about your eyes and your eyebrows. Just get really large with your face and do a very light on the proportion. I hope you brought an eraser. And section off, very lightly section off, then draw in your nose, your eyes, general features. You can erase here and there, little shadows. Be honest with yourself, okay? So, and if you're not doing a self-portrait, then you just lay your hand gently onto the table, and using your other hand, just try first to get the main line of your hand. This is my blind contour. Annoying. Okay, that's all I have to say about this type of drawing. I think it's annoying. They say, oh, it will expand your memory. It will enhance your drawing. it will drive you crazy, okay? So I took various attempts. Okay, this is my first attempt. You don't even know what it is. Looks like a claw. The second was worse. The third attempt, I think I tried to get a thumb. The fourth one, I almost succeeded. And the fifth one, I focused on my finger. By number 6, my memory started to kick in, and I was able to at least get the line. So when you're doing your portraiture, get the main swing of it. When you're doing your hand, get the main line, okay? What else? If you choose to take one of the sketches, again, don't get picky about it, and don't hold it up to the light to try to do the outline. That's cheating. And, oh, I want to do, no, you can't do that. Keep it flowing, keep it flowing, keep it moving. Work quickly, work quickly. And if you cannot work quickly, just keep working. Make mistakes. As I said to one of the students, your mistake is not making mistakes, okay? The more mistakes, the stronger your path to your success, to your victory, to your goal. Just make those mistakes because you learn from them. Your brain will learn. Your hand will learn, okay? We have a wonderful mechanism here. We learn quickly and we don't forget, okay? Let's see, a show of hands. How many people are doing self-portraits? Raise your hand again. 1, 2, 3. Okay. How many people have chosen to do their hand? 2. Very good. And how many people have chosen to take a sketch that I would call instructor-generated? Okay. Very good. All right, go ahead. Have fun. Don't worry. Just have fun. For those that, okay, we're able to, yes, sometimes we're going to kind of focus in on your work, and I love it. I think that's going to be a wonderful part of the class where the people at home can see what you are doing as you are doing it, to share with them the part of your creative process. And that's a wonderful thing. At this point, for anyone's amusement, I'm going to introduce my friends that I brought here today. This is Gary. Gary insisted on wearing his army fatigues, his hat. And what I did with Gary is I decided on drawing in his features. And that's when I decided to take a piece of plaster cloth, wet it, and put it over his face. I said, Gary, you're going to make a wonderful mask. And when it was dried, of course I put Vaseline on first or else I would never be able to get it off his face. When it was dried, I hot glued it to a piece of cardboard as it was quite stiff. And I said to myself, wouldn't it be fun that during our painting class, and that's in about 2 more classes, that we each have a mask and we can paint it. So that's another bit of fun that I haven't seen anyone else do. So that's going to be our own personal in-joke. Gary's face. This is Sarah. Sarah is kind of like a hippie. Doesn't like to brush her hair. Anyway, the wig was so old, I decided to just plunk it on her head and put a cap over it. So that's Sarah. She doesn't have any ears, but she serves the purpose. Oh, that was another thing. Would anyone like one of these figures to work from? Raise your hand if you'd like. Gary, Sarah, and Steve. Get Steve for you. Stay there, Sarah. Sarah's a little bit inebriated today. Okay, and this is Steve, of course. I always like to, telling the students, I like to tip the hat a little. The way my mom used to wear her hats, just kind of tipped over a little bit. He's got a little bit of a beard. Raise your hand if you'd like to switch your goal and you'd like Steve. Anybody like Steve? No takers, Steve. Okay. Anyone care to use Sarah? No takers? Gary? I think you're into what you're doing now, which is good. Yes?
Are we supposed, I elected to do the hands, but are we supposed to be doing a line con?
No, we're not doing blind contour.
We're supposed to be doing the hand, like a,
Straight out. I shouldn't even show this to you right now. I'm sorry if it confused you. What I meant by the hand is you're just resting your hand and, right, the usual way. I will explain while you're doing that, I'll explain the difference. When you are drawing or painting, usually, you are looking at the subject, then you are trusting your visual memory to look down. There's that second of blank. You look down at your paper and you draw. Then you look up again and down. So in regular drawing or from a live model or whatever, there's that space of time where nothing's going on and your visual memory is carrying to the paper. So that's what you're doing right now. You're doing this the regular, and a contour, of course, is merely the line, a line drawing. Now, when we get to blind contour, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It's pure eyes on the object, and you are not allowed to look down. There are two rules in blind contour. You cannot look down. Game rule 1. Game rule 2, you can't take your pencil off the paper. Say, what? You're not allowed to take the pencil off the paper until you feel that it's finished. So that's the aggravation of doing a blind contour. You want to lift your pencil. You want to look down. You want to see where the other part is, and it's aggravating. You can't do it, or else you're cheating. So, would anybody like to share with the class and show their work, or do we have somebody that is zeroing in? Are we not happy? We're silent, so silent. I see a share. I can't see it too well.
I thought we were blind contouring and then halfway through I took my pen off. So it was not good.
Oh, Jane, did I confuse you?
Yeah, I got confused.
Yes. Some people saw the blind contour. They thought that's what we were doing. So I apologize. I think I just prepared so much and wanted to give so much to you that I'm kind of tripping over myself. Not unusual. We have about 15 minutes left to class, and that is plenty of time to do the blind contour. Because usually I will make you do it about 5 times. I think at this point, is there anyone that wants to do a profile? No. I think maybe then, just for the fun of it, that after this, we'll take a few more minutes on this, and then it's almost 11:15. We'll stop in about 3 minutes, and we'll go to the next project, the blind contour, and we'll do it about maybe 3 or 4 times so that you can get that full ecstasy of not knowing what you're doing and just being totally aggravated. Now, maybe some of you won't be as aggravated as I was. I'm just too used to looking at something and relying on my visual memory. The only other instance where you wouldn't do this is if you were doing like an abstract painting or an abstract drawing, then you are just using your total imagination and you're going right into it. You're not stopping for anything. So it's safe to put this down. I hope I haven't thoroughly confused you. I'd feel so bad. Sean, are we able to zero in on anybody?
I don't have a second hand.
Oh, okay, okay. At this point, I again would like to thank ACC for bringing this program to you. They have been so wonderful. And today we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 13 students. Last week, I think we had 9. So we have gained in students. I don't think we lost too many people. Oh, that's good. That's good. I love it. Thank you so much. Oh, there's a good one. Oh, don't see it. Oh, we have another one. We have Teresa's at it. Okay, Sean is going across the room and zeroing in on some of our students.
And plus, I'm always smiling. Here, I'm not smiling at myself.
Very nice. I love that kid. That kid, he has been so wonderful, my grandson. He's been so wonderful, and it's so nice that your grandchild is successful. You feel like you have really contributed to life. Yes,
I have a question.
Mary.
I left the glasses off because that felt too complicated.
That's fine. She's saying that she took the glasses off one of the subjects.
Yeah, how do I put my glasses back on?
That's fine.
Put the glasses on, then you look like me.
Yes.
Sometimes it's easy to draw glasses, and sometimes you.
It looks hard.
Besides, we're just practicing. We're just practicing. Thank you for doing that. Sean Hidalgo, on camera. Very supportive young gentleman. And very happy that he's with me today. I didn't mention last week, Lena comes in and volunteers to help us also. Sean, what is Lena's last name again?
Lee.
Lee. Lee?
Lena Lee.
Lena Lee. And Danny Lee. And Mr. Fong. All very helpful and very supportive. I want to thank them very much for all their hard work. Okay, it's time. Did we get enough pictures, Sean? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I would like you all now to take a fresh sheet of paper, put your work away in your folder. Please bring your folders in every time, not only for yourselves, but for me. Keep all your work together. Okay. I think you're just doing a wonderful job. And again, please take whatever you want. There's still, after the class, there's still snack over there. There's all these copies. Just take whatever you want, except the pencils, yes. I have to sharpen them again. All right. For the first blind contour, let's just do a practice with our newsprint. At this point, I would like you to take the newsprint in one hand and the white paper in the other hand and feel them. You need to get used to your tools, to your artistic tools. Your pencils were all chosen because they had heavy barrels. They had more medium in them. Your paper was chosen for its weight and its suitability to what you were doing. So anyway, so which is lighter, the newsprint or the white sulfite? How many say the newsprint is more lightweight? Hold your hand up, lightweight. How many say this white sulfite is more lightweight? All right, just keep feeling. Your fingers have to get used to your tools. All right, of course the newsprint is lighter. It is cheaper, it is lighter, and everything goes by weight. All right, let us now, we're all ready. We have a piece of newsprint in, and here it goes. You're going to use your hand as an initial thing because it's so readily available. I was going to suggest shoes, but I think that might get a little creepy. So anyway, I want you to look at your hand. Now, if you prefer to use one of my sketches instead of your hand, you can do that, but make sure you cannot see your sketch paper. So what you are doing is you're looking away, and you are totally looking at your hand. You can either start from the left side or the right side of your paper or from the middle. Look at your subject right now and look hard. If you want to take your other hand and feel it so that you have a sense memory as well as a visual memory. This is a game. We're going to have fun. All right. So now, you're looking at your hand. Take your pencil. You are not allowed to look away. You are not allowed to look down. You are not allowed to take your pencil off the paper. That's understood? Okay, no cheating. Okay, ready? You're either going to start from the left or the right or the center, and you're going to try to draw what you see without looking at your paper. We're going to give you 2 minutes. Ready? Go. Remember, you can't take the pencil off the paper. I've got to watch the clock. I hear snickering. I hear someone is snickering. I know they're saying, well, let's see her do it. Yeah, okay, I will have to turn this over. I didn't bring an extra piece. Uh-oh. There we go. Son of a gun. Oh, please don't fall apart. Okay. It's going to turn into a comedy routine in a minute. Good hard line now. One more minute to go. Don't pick the pencil off the paper. "30 seconds. I also want you to learn how to draw quick. my blind contour looks like. And at least I got in the swing of the arm, the thumb, and at least one of the fingers. So if you got something, anything, you're doing pretty good. Okay? Thank you, Sean. Want me to do that again? Okay, let's do it again, okay? All right, we're almost out of time, but I think we have time for one more blind contour. And there's Lena. Just say thank you, Lena, for all your hard work. Okay, you can either watch me or you can do one yourself, okay? I am not looking. I am not looking. It's like one of those. Okay, I'm not looking. My pencil's down. I'm starting at the right. And go. They say if you practice this, you get very strong observational skills. Well, goody for them. See. Sometimes I feel if I take enough space and if I exaggerate, I'll get it right. Okay. Looks like a hand puppet. I'm still making my thumb bigger. But my memory, I would say pretty good tries, pretty good tries. I got this part. Okay. How many are a little bit more satisfied with their blind contour right now? Raise your hand. Okay, a little more confident. The rest of you are going, ugh. It's okay. Go home and try it. Aggravate yourself. Okay, it's good. All right, well, that just about wraps it up. Let's see if I think we covered everything. And again, please do save your work. This little picture at the bottom is a blind contour of me doing myself. I know, I look weird. Yes, it's okay. The second sheet I have included a little bit about myself, my artist's biography. So if you have any time and like to go through that, you're welcome. Sean, I think we're going to wrap it up. Giving me the go-ahead. Thank you very much. You have been wonderful students for all your hard work today. And I hope you will come back next Thursday. We will be doing the value scale and shading. And we will be making geometric objects from paper. We will construct them and just put them together with a paper clip so that you may take them home and work more on the shading aspect. So more fun, more hands-on activity. Join us next Thursday. Bless you. Thank you very much.